What if I didn't buy the Rising Tide yet? Remember, Karen has... Oh, that's right. Thank you. Why is this in JP again? Oh, this is in JP because I beat it again in JP. Got it. I was like, why? Okay, I need to save and switch it to English. My brain literally froze. I'm like, wait a minute. Yay, stuff I can use my gil on. Unlike Frizz who can't use MGP. Okay, let's see here. There's so many orchestrions! That's the rage. Under siege orchestrion. Titan lost. Unmarked. Sid, I shall not waste time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue. Despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. Oh, what? Okay, okay. I dare not reveal more for fear this missive could fall into the wrong hands. But if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid you journey to the Vale in Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied. Oh, satisfied, huh?
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
All this time?
Why, what now?
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess.
Joshua!
We'll talk there.
I missed this game so much.
I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Yeah, letter
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
Interesting, the dame.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned? What has it
Supposedly.
been? 100 years?
Or maybe
More.
they've just been
The
around.
Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our
Do we got any... Oh! Entries for the Rising Tide will now appear in the active time lore! Hell yeah. Leviathan the Lost. What if they were just hiding? So long has it been since the icon of water last appeared in Valisthea that many have forgotten Leviathan even existed. Despite much evidence to the contrary, old writings clearly speak of dominance past summoning. Great whale-like creatures capable of swallowing entire cities with their gaping maws. Visual records such as the famed Circle of Malleus tapestry also exist, depicting the icon as a giant serpent alongside its elemental brethren. Icon shattered aspects of Ultima's power given flesh by human hosts. It is the two Wardens of Fire, Phoenix and Ifrit, who together comprise his perfect form, the icon of the lesser elements, serving as sacrifices to Mythos' altar in order to test and bolster the vessel's strength. Northreach, a town which once acted as a defensive gateway to Sambrek's holy capital of Oriflamme. Not long after the skies took a turn for the ominous, and most of the old capital was lost to an aether flood, the Imperial High Cardinal arrived with designs to build a new empire, but at great cost to the citizens of Northreach. It was at this time Ultima's thralls descended upon the fields both north and south of the Great Wall, forcing those citizens to choose between abandoning their town or fighting, and possibly dying for those they loved. The people chose the latter, and after a hard-earned victory, the High Cardinal was finally convinced to join hands with Madame Isabel, and a modicum of order was at long last restored.
Honorable Lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But then it's not
But if
severed
one has
anymore.
awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Yeah, because we got the dame.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Of course.
Thank you. Both of you.
I missed
And
them!
Otto.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Otto!
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Ooh, I like that one.
To the Veil it is, then. I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in?
Oh my!
Or just watching?
Jill!
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
I like how she just stared
What
at
you do
Clive,
with your
waiting for
time
him
is
to
up
answer.
you. The price is still the same.
Oh my.
We're here about the letter.
How much is your price?
Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know.
I
who
like
wrote
how
it
she,
then.
I like how she changed.
Among other things.
She changed her tone. Hold on. Any lore? No.
I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically,
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay.
Total
There
180.
you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
and that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that
Okay.
sword of yours to hand.
There's always been more than flowers in the meadows, not gonna lie. She literally went from work voice to her real voice.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
Right.
Forgive me, Clive.
You doubtless have questions, but knowing what you know, I trust you understand why it would not do to speak of such matters here.
Do as Layla told you.
And should your curiosity be left unsatisfied, come and see me again. I love her. I love her so much!
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
There's a skiff.
A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
Because you shouldn't be surprised.
The embers are still warm.
They just hiding. They like...
So you're Sid.
Who dis? Hello, woman. Booty shot?
I suppose I must be.
Who dis?
Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia,
Mysidia.
final haven of the Morts of Water.
The moats of water.
You missed it, Valen.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born.
Mysidia.
A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair.
Yeah, you don't see anyone like
yes,
that
that
here.
would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Okay, creepy music.
Vanished. Was exterminated.
Exterminate.
Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
I thought that was
Surge. Only that it's been there a
Shiva.
long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago.
Okay, so that's not what that was.
Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing.
Jon Snow.
Not that I'll hold it against you.
Sorry. You got any more information? Shula, leader of the Moats of Water, and author of the letter asking for Sid the Outlaw's aid in rescuing the dominant of Leviathan. That the note was delivered via the veil suggests that she shares a friendship with the dame, though the fact that she preferred a tent upon the isolated bluffs far from Northreach for a meeting place over Isabel's establishment implies a need for the greatest secrecy. The Moats of Water. The people among whom the dominant of Leviathan is born, notable for their ivory hair and sapphire eyes, histories agree that their bloodline was ended some 100 or more years ago. The icon that swims within it, forever lost to the world.
The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage.
That's water. Frozen?
Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You
He's
see,
been in there for a
a
century?
little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get.
I mean, we're all dominant,
For
so
years,
that's fair.
we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon.
So
Someone
us.
just like you.
Good.
So what do you say? Will you help us?
Sure. I mean, do I got a choice?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
Okay. I was gonna say. I was like, you want us to help you after you said that?
Do we all? Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My
Will we all
people
fit?
await you there.
Lead the way.
Ooh, we're going on a trip. The Lost Cloak. Oh, we have a new area to explore? If you manage to navigate the cloak's narrow mountaintop pass without plummeting to your death, you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking view of blighted wasteland stretching from oil-effaced bay to the Sea of Grace. Blighted wasteland. The breathtaking view of a blighted wasteland, yes. This is not the area I thought we were going. Whoa, look at the waves!
Alright, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes.
Okay, Wakanda.
But don't take my word for it. Watch.
Okay, so what does it actually look like?
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Bacchus
Clive.
wine.
The sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Wow, they have that much power? The rising tide, this is awesome. Less stressful than the other one. Echoes of the Fallen.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here.
What if no one accidentally stumbled in this area? Like boats-wise? Music! New area to explore!
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Hell yeah, I'm up for anything. Let's go. Let's go. I guess no one would want to search blighted lands.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Damn. Homecoming. Enter Mysidia.
Watch yourself, Sid.
Ooh.
This
Sorry.
path can be treacherous.
Can it?
If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
It would
Thank
be
you for the
funny
warning.
if I fell.
And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Really, Joshua?
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
The shade. The shade. Can we pet Joshua? Can I pet Chicken Wing? Can I pet Jill? I know Joshua tried to riz. What is with Joshua? Joshua seeing Clive and Jill getting together. Joshua would be like, "What about me?" He like risen everyone, including Mid. You'd pet Joshua in an instant, right? This is beautiful. This is such a stark difference compared to what we'd been seeing. So I'm like taking in the view. Don't mind me. Wow. Wow. That's what we think, Dan. That's what we think. We don't know. We don't know. Okay, I have to remember how to play. Oh god, oh god. How do I how do I live without you? I want to know. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shall I keep my axe and spells
Oh
to
my god.
myself?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't remember how to play. How do I? Huh? What am I doing? Jeez. I don't remember how to play. Wait. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I don't remember. How do I lock on? Is there a way to lock on? How do I lock on? Ow, ow, ow. Oh, what? Excuse you. Excuse you. You're doing great to me. Shut up, Dan. How do I lock on?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
Get lock, use lock, close, snap, lock down, delete! It's pretty.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home.
Okay, I need to make sure that Mysidia. Long though lost to the Blight, Mysidia is in fact one of the last few regions in the former Northern Territories that remains lush and teeming with life, though one might not believe so when viewing it from across Oilefast Bay. Oilefast? Feist. This is solely due to a powerful magical glamour erected by its residents, the moats of water, to make the lands appear to be dead from the outside, and thus discourage unwanted visitors. The unbranded. Most bearers are identified soon after birth and marked with the slave brand, but a fortunate few are not and remain unbranded. An unbranded bearer can live like any other man or woman, so long as their knack for magic remains a closely guarded secret. Should be revealed, however, they are denounced as liars and impostors, and dealt the severest punishment. The glamour. An ethereal dome woven by the moats of water to shield their hidden home from prying eyes, while the land within teems with life. To an outside observer, it appears as if it has been lost to the Blight. Passing through the wall is a disorienting experience akin to a sudden rush of alcoholic intoxication. Oh! Maybe people can get addicted to that.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Pretty. Oh, what? What's that up there? Oh, is that what's holding Leviathan?
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is...
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yes, please. Oh, this is so cool.
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Interesting. Outside, it appears as if the land has been lost to the Blight, yet from the inside, blue skies soar over lush forests teeming with life. You guys are a different shade. Look at you! Oh, you're so pretty! But I kind of want to kill you. I kind of want to...
I doubt even Ambrosia could find me here.
Oh, we can't bring Ambrosia.
She wouldn't hear me.
Oh, he doesn't even try.
Poor girl probably doesn't know where I am.
Oh, are those all the lines that we could say? I do it for the possible hidden trophy. Sorry. They're level 100! I should feel bad, but I don't. Okay, but no trophy.
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
Cool.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
Whoa. All right, Silver
could we not have
Fox.
spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay,
True.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The
just realized-
tributary is home!
I realize how tall she is. Ooh! Oh, I would love to live here. Haven. I could get a little house right there. Right next to the, like, little river.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties.
Do they have dogs here?
You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
First
Then we are
visitors
honored
ever.
to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home.
Oh.
Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear
true.
ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
Cool. Haven, an idyllic village situated in the corner of one of the North's last remaining woodlands. Here live the Moats of Water, a tribe originally hailing from Ash, having only arrived in the region in the last century. A wooden palisade encompasses their isolated community to provide protection for the region's myriad beasts and beastmen. The Moats of Water, the people among whom the dominant of Leviathan is born. Their history begins in the lands surrounding Drake's Horn, in southern Ash. After the fall of the Mother Crystal, their people set out in search of safe haven. Oh, that's why it's called Haven. Wandering through the alien lands of Storm for decades, until they found a new home in the unclaimed land of Mysidia. Their long history of common struggles have united their people as one. Bearers of the Moats of Water are esteemed equally to their less blessed brethren. Drake's Horn, a mother crystal which once stood in southern Ash. For generations, the lands surrounding it were inhabited by a peaceful people known as the Moats of Water. However, the fall of Drake's Horn 300 years ago left Drake's spine, the only mother crystal on the continent, and sparked a decades-long conflict for control of its ethereal bounty. The Moats, their homelands, fast being consumed by the Blight and unable to compete against the warring tribes, chose to adopt a nomadic lifestyle, which would continue for the next 2 centuries.
That'll be them then. Don't look like much if you ask me.
Damn, rude? Excuse you? This child's afraid of me.
He's coming over here. What do we do? I don't know. Just look busy.
Cute.
The stalks are thin, the leaves limp. We should dress the soil with dung and straw at once, or I fear for the autumn harvest.
I give you my grain, you give me your eggs. Everyone's happy. Except for the eggs, maybe.
True.
Just you stay away from that temple. Do you hear me?
I heard you the first time.
We're going to the temple. 110% we're going to the temple. This place is pretty...
I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Outsiders should stay on the outside.
I mean, you guys asked for me.
Look, Nan, it's the outsiders.
Hush! It's not polite to call outsiders outsiders.
Except everyone's calling us outsiders.
Ma'am, I want to play with the others.
Well, you should have thought about that before making such a mess.
Look at her washing.
How long do you think this bridge has been standing here?
Oh, at least as long as we have. Last then.
That's cute. I like this village.
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked. It was all I could do to make it back to Haven without being torn limb from limb.
Oh, great corals.
All you could do. And there I was thinking you were a bearer.
They have a different opinion of bearers here.
Did you hear that, girl? You're going with father today.
If you don't mind, Manda, I'm in a hurry.
Where are you going, Chocobo Keeper's father?
The tributary is in the Witten Hall, as you should be.
I'm exploring. Let me explore.
Seems like one of the cairns was disturbed by an ibex. As if we didn't have enough to do. Busy or not, though, we'll need to see to it soon. Don't want the glamour unraveling.
I hope we don't see the glamour unravel because this sky is beautiful.
You used to work on the outside, didn't you? Is it really like the sea it is?
If you mean filthy, noisy, and rank, then no. It's much, much worse.
Damn! Yeah, even these houses kind of give me the vibe of, Norse?
Please, Grandad, tell us another story about the witch.
The witch? Who's the witch? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Kids have nothing to say to me.
The poor things are as pale as ghosts. Are they unwell?
I don't think so, Mum. It's just the way they are.
Oh, do you think he bites?
Who? The hound? Or his master?
Do you want me to bite?
Intruders! We must flee!
It's all right. They're the tributary's guests.
After what their kind did to us. It's wrong.
Okay, understandable. Okay. I already talked to them.
He's got a black cape. Do you think he's the leader?
Because we have a cape? I mean, not wrong.
Oh, I don't think I can carry another barrel up those steps. If I had a crystal, maybe?
Those crystals are for the glamour, you lazy beggar. Now stop whining and get that water to the foundry.
Oh, but the crystals are going to lose power. I don't think us being here is a good thing. We're gonna make things worse.
Welcome to Haven. The tributary awaits you within the Witten Hall.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods?
It's so pretty.
It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that.
Even the architecture is very.
It can't have been
like
easy
Norse.
keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
Walyas?
This man, Walyas, is he Leviathan's dominant?
This creepy music always
That's
plays
right.
when we mention him.
Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
Huh?
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
Damn!
I'm sorry.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
They use time magic? Yo! Tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water, desperately seeking a means to free Walyas from the prison created for him by her ancestors. She invited Clive and his allies into her hidden home. Though her strength may pale in comparison to her dominant's guests, she is a skilled warrior in her own right, wielding both a weighty battle axe and the spells of a bearer. While yes, the current dominant of Leviathan, born into the family of the tributary of the moats of water some 80 years ago. That long. Soon after his birth and awakening as dominant, he was subjected to a sinister ritual in the hope of harnessing the power that slept inside him. Alas, all did not go as planned. Leviathan ran amok and summoned a wave that would have destroyed Haven, were it not for the second part of his family's plan, freezing the child and the world around him in time. That is not where I thought this was going. The Surge. A towering wave seemingly frozen in time for the past 80 years. I thought that was Shiva. That's crazy. Due to its sudden appearance off Mysidia's Cape Nepto immediately following the fall of Drake's Eye, scholars generally presume the two occurrences are related. According to Shula, tributary of the moats of water, the wave was not only summoned by Leviathan the Lost, but the Icon's dominant lies trapped within, victim of a terrible ritual that sought to harness his power.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
This poor child.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off.
So he's actually like baby.
There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the surge.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
Aw, really? Family? That's a little much.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol
sticker!
of our people.
New sticker! Ceaseless Rill.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
Oh!
The feeling's mutual.
We're part of
Should
the
the
town.
tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Sid?
Yes?
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat?
No.
He's the village smith,
Oh, the smith.
among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him.
Among other
He's
things?
a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Sure.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into.
What?
Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Okay. Well, all right.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
Okay. Interesting. Why?
What do you think the tributary sees in those outsiders?
Enough to welcome them into our midst, and so we must do the same.
Okay, their dialogue changed a little bit.
If you want something from the forge, you'll have to wait your turn. Got my hands full as it is. Though not with what I need, thanks to the love of my life.
Design-wise, this is Mysidia. Fun fact, you get sent to Mysidia after the tidal wave from Leviathan. Shoot, you're right.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some, for her husband and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Wait, is this some sort of like...
Pavard may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
For a second, I thought this was... What? It was either a ritual or this was a kink thing.
The mirrors. My people believe they frighten off trespassing
The mirrors!
demons by showing them the evil in their hearts. Would you care to take a look?
Dude. That's cute. Okay.
Pavard's not a bad bloke, like, he's just a bit of a craftsman, you know?
Damn.
Hear me, mine ancestors. Grant me the strength to tame the troubled waters of mine heart, that it might at last find serenity.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you.
I thought we were family.
Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Wow. I have one, if that's any help.
I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts.
Are we getting lore?
Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with him, and as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same.
Aww.
So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls.
Oh my gosh! This they just added. I did not see this before.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
Basket of flowers. The elder's blessings that grow by the water's edge yield a lasting blue dye, with which the motes of water are wont to stain their fabrics. This much is known. Quite why Werda, the wife of Haven's leading artisan, Pavat, needs Clive's assistance in restocking her husband's supply of flowers remains a mystery.
That woman.
So what does it mean?
Come out. I know you're there.
She just stalking her own husband.
Who? Me?
Wait, are they flirting? We helping them flirt?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the two of you to get acquainted.
I had a feeling this is why.
What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village? It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, all right?
All right.
All right, then. And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As motes of
pretty.
water. Children of the sea.
That's right.
Was this included
The
in the
pattern too was
collectors?
left by our ancestors.
Is this the flag I
Ceaseless
have?
Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something
I'm starting to notice it on their clothes too.
I will. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
Oh, we're doing the spear thing. It's the thought that counts. Reflection of Earth. Oh, Titanic block. Haven Foundry now available. Oh. Reinforced fallen belt. Another remnant of fallen ingenuity. Unblemished by the passing of centuries. Did I not get this? This belt is crafted from an unknown material with properties decidedly both ceramic and metallic, despite exhibiting the pliancy of threaded leather. That it ever so subtly throbs is in much the same manner as a living heart could. By some less adventurous types, be considered cause for concern.
Done.
15 centuries removed from their creation, these unassuming accessories are inexplicably warm to the touch, and when equipped are compelled by some unseen force to cinch tightly about the wearer's flesh, like a mother gripping the arm of a misbehaved child. And upon their wrists would the people wear bangles of opal and onyx, that they might foresee the shifting of the very heavens, the sins of Zemeckis.
Will that do you?
I thought I had these.
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back.
Billows?
Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. How can I help you? If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that we'd fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
That's fine.
I understand.
Do you have orchestrions?
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Why?
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce.
So where'd she go?
The heavens only know where that girl's got to.
Is she okay?
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
No. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Alright.
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah, a free spirit, is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still, especially once you heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! You should have seen her little eyes light up.
Aww.
Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
Ruka.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Where's Ruka? Have you
Excuse
seen
me.
Ruka?
You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka? I have, as it happens.
Is she okay?
She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river.
Oh, that's
Nice
where we're
little
going.
spot, that. And safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village.
They don't, do
That's
they?
where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will.
There's probably gonna be a freaking monster there.
Follow the path to the left. Ruka will be playing down by the river. Trust me.
This must be
Oh,
the
I love
path.
this music. Potion! Oh no, we fighting something today. Hi, Ruka.
They're not here either.
What are you looking for, child?
It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
We were in the village.
You must be Ruka.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
Oh, she's so cute.
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Everything might be a stretch.
Aww. Wholesome.
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out.
True.
A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Oh.
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing.
I see. Okay.
That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up
exactly
as
their
traveling merchants
architecture.
and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Rook is back. My wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases.
How about orchestrions?
So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
Cute.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
Cute. The pursuit of knowledge. Ageless tallow, rendered from the fat of boar or bison, or in the case of Mysidia, chocobo or ibex. Tallow is widely used in the manufacture of foul-smelling candles and oily soaps. Blacksmiths have also been known to employ the substance in the final stages of polishing steel. This particular sample appears to have been affected by a sulfate of aether, which has somehow slowed its degradation process, allowing it to maintain both its vibrancy and viscosity, despite having been left untouched for several decades. Oh, that's why it's ageless.
It's a pity nothing but the foundations were left standing. The whole storehouse made of stone would make it a lot easier to keep our supplies in good nick.
Oh, fair.
Will you be back soon? You've still got to tell me everything else about the outside world.
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge her looking for adventure, but she's got to pull her weight like the rest of us. Anyway, now we've got the inventory done, I can attend to my own tasks, like seeing to our visitors' needs. So, what's the route you wanted? This is all we have.
She sounded so upset. This is all we have. Minwoo's waist. Oh, Minwoo! Minwoo's waistcoat cloth. Minwoo's waistcloth. It is suspected that the dye made from flowers known as Elder's Blessing, grown in Mysidia, not only gives the motes of waters clothing its vibrant blue hue, but that ethereal residue attributed to an ancient spell cast upon the land somehow increases the dye's permanence, which in turn renders the cloth applied thereto more resistant to both damage from external forces and natural degradation. A heart, while a fine place for fancy, is nowhere to hide your purse. Moat of water witticism. Minwu Arm Ring. Upon their 16th name day, every moat of water is fitted with a hand-carved wooden torque that they will keep for the rest of their lives. A vestige of their tribe's long years of wandering following the fall of Drake's Horn, in which the loss of members was commonplace. The ring represents a singular bond between the moats that transcends both physical and spiritual distance. Is it okay to sell this to me? Know that even should you walk abyss, our hands will guide you home. Moat of Water Adage.
May it serve you well.
Everyone here talks like Karen.
That's close enough. Thank you very much. Just because the tributaries put her trust in you,
Oh,
doesn't
is this
mean
the
the
one that
rest
was
of us
scared?
have.
This is the one who was scared earlier?
You're Lady Shula's friend, aren't you? Lady Shula says that if I want to be tributary one day, I have to learn my letters just like she did. But what good are letters against a Tonbury's knife?
Oh no, not the Tonbury. Oh, he's awake now.
You see, children, we are but drops of rain, flowing from mountain to valley, stream to river, until at last our journey ends out in the open sea. Yet, like the clouds, do we rise from the waves once again, to return to where it all began. And thus does the cycle start anew.
So, me dad's a cloud, and I can see him again if I go up the mountain.
Ask about Delina.
My name is Delina.
And I serve as adjutant to Lady Shula, tributary of Mysidia. While other adjutants who came before me played the role of guardian as well as aid, Lady Shula is an able warrior in her own right, and requires no protection. So I assist her in ministering to our people's affairs while she is absent or indisposed.
By way of example,
It was I who informed the rest of the village of your coming at the tributary's request. If there is aught you wish to know of our people or our village, please do not hesitate to ask.
Ask
as
about the
I'm
village.
sure you're aware,
This land was once the domain of the northern Thanes, though the settlement had lain abandoned for some time when our ancestors' wanderings finally brought them here. Remote as it was, it seems to them the ideal place to settle, and they duly cast the glamour over it, that their new home might remain hidden.
the secret of the spell itself.
That is a long paragraph. The text got hella small.
The secret of the spell itself had been passed down from generation to generation since the time we left Ash. We used it to disguise our camps, and the custodians of the land through which we wandered should not learn of our trespass. And it was these temporary enchantments which led our ancestors to contemplate a more permanent solution upon arriving here.
So they built the cairns.
Filled with all the shards of crystal the tribe could spare, and summoned forth a glamour large enough to cover the entire land. And for many days and nights thereafter, their bearers labored to attune the spell, that the outside world might see this place slowly succumb to the blight.
And thus we hid ourselves away.
Welcoming none in our private haven, until you, that is. At first, the spell only worked one way. It was only after the skies changed that we conjured a second illusion for the benefit of those inside. It was Lady Shula's idea, a salve for the nerves of those who feared the roiling storm clouds were a harbinger of the end. I pray that it brings you a little relief from the darkness of the world beyond the wall, as it has done us.
Ask about the moats of water.
Our story began
on the narrow coast of southern Ash, where, for want of arable land, relied on the mountain rains to quench our thirst, and the bounty of the sea to fill our bellies, and thus did we learn the value of water.
After the fall of Drake's Horn,
we spent decades in exile, drifting across the deserts and snowfields of the Twins, till at last we arrived here in Mysidia, our second true home. Here we found mountains, rivers, seas not unlike those of our first home in Ash. All that we lacked was crystal. We have no mother crystal of our own here, nor have we ever received any stipend from our neighbors. Were it not for the few shards we have been able to stockpile during our wanderings in storm, we might never have survived the first few winters, let alone cast the glamour to protect us. For to demand that the bearers among us sacrifice their lives for the benefit of the others was never an option. The hardships we had faced on our journey had brought us together, and we would not be divided again. Thankfully, our unity proved our strength. And so, here we have stayed, dependent only upon the blessings which this land provides us. The springs, the rivers, the seas, these are all we motes of water need.
I bid you good tide.
Off to the surge, are you? Well, just you stay close to the tributary. We don't want you getting lost in the forest.
Here we go.